Hey smart people, come on to my YouTube channel, Stenell the Money Therapist. Every episode that you hear, my podcast, right here, you will see me in the flesh talking about the same exact topic. See you there. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.
Six years ago, my wife took nothing but an ideal and faith and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business with multiple streams of income. As a woman possessed, she overcame all obstacles and created multiple streams of wealth that has impacted our family for generations to come. From mental health professional to therapist to author to CEO, she is a constant reminder of the grace of God over her life. Get ready to listen to and take notes from Stenell, the money therapist, as she schools you on money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. No more excuses. Wake up!
Thank you, Tony. Welcome back to No More Excuses, Wake Up, where we talk about money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. I am your host, Stenell Myers, also known as Stenell, the money therapist. This week, we are discussing entrepreneurship. As you all know, I have in healthcare agency, a second touch. I want to dive right into this and give you the meat and potatoes of what you need starting a healthcare agency. You need an NPI number. What is an NPI number? When I first started, I didn't even know what an NPI number other than when I went to the doctors, they would say, and I wanted to get a referral, they would say, here's our NPI number, make sure that you give this to them. I thought that I knew it had something to do with billing, but that was it. Knew nothing else. Back in 2015, when I went to complete the application to become a provider for support coordination, it said apply for an NPI number. And I'm like, oh wow, this sounds familiar. An NPI number is very important. It is definitely something that you need as a healthcare agency and in order to build Medicaid. An NPI number is known as the National Provider Identifier. And this number is really interesting. It is unique because it provides healthcare agencies such as myself. I am a healthcare provider and organizations to be able to identify who they are through this particular number. And in order for you as an agency to bill, you have to be able to have this number. If you're building Medicare or Medicaid, depending on which one of those or both, you need an NPI number to process your payments. And that's why it was so important now that I know for that particular administrator at the doctor's office to say you need this NPI number, because this is what we use as medical providers in order to bill. So any healthcare provider, any healthcare clearinghouse provider needs that NPI because it is a HIPAA regulation and it is definitely required to obtain an NPI in organizations and medical billing in order to process claims. An NPI number is always with your agency. It cannot be changed. It's there regardless of anything. You have one number, you will always have that number, and you need that number in order to bill. So let me really dive into this. So when it comes to who's covered when you go to apply for an NPI, this is for anyone that is in the healthcare agency world. Healthcare, we think of chiropractors, clinical therapists such as myself, clinical social workers, clinics, dentists, they all need that to bill. Home care agency, healthcare agencies, hospitals, licensed therapists, medical equipment suppliers, nurses. The list goes on and on and on. Do you see yourself in this list? If you're a pharmacist, a physician, a psychologist, it goes on, and it's important. And the reason why I want to talk about NPIs is because we always think about getting money through other sources like people, and we out here in these streets and we struggling, and you always gonna hear me say we running around on a rat's wheel on Instagram and trying to be an influencer and trying to get people to buy our product when we're not really thinking outside the box enough. We're not thinking outside the box to say, hey, I can be an agency. I can start my own. I can be able to bill. Why not? If this is your niche, if this is your field, if you are in the field of healthcare, why not do it? If you are LPN, an RN, a CNA, or whatever it is, you can go from working called bedside into starting your own entrepreneurship business and doing this yourself. And I did not even know at the time what I was laying in bed, what I was getting myself into, because all I knew from college is that I wanted to counsel. I wanted to counsel people. I wanted to counsel families, kids. That's all I knew. I wanted to start my own counseling agency. NPI, you don't learn that in school. You don't learn the fundamentals of what you need in order to start to literally leave college with your degree and boom, and jump in there and start your agency. You don't learn that. You just learn to get the degree. Then after you get the darn degree, you have to learn how to become an entrepreneur, how to become a business owner, and all these different things. Some of these providers, these agencies, government contracts, you don't even need a degree. And that's why it's so beneficial to get an understanding and learn to see what you need, because when you're looking for grants and contracts and all of those certain things, you don't always need a degree. You just need to take what you know or what you have, and if you already have it or whatever information that you have or skill set you have, and research that and build on top of that. And if a degree do call in your field for that, then do it. A lot of times we're just backwards because that's what we were taught. Just like my introduction, that's what we were taught. We were taught to go to college, but we wasn't taught to research what it is exactly what we needed to do to see if we even needed a college degree in the first place. Of course, if you're going to be a nurse, you have to go to school and do all the requirements that you need in order to be that nurse and be, that bedside person, and then maybe matriculate into your own business. But we really need to do the due diligence and the research. The list that I just read, if you can find yourself in that, you can go and find these different contracts that you need and bill, get an NPI number. And it's just about really researching and really understanding what it is that you need to do. How do you get an NPI number? The same way that I got one, the same way that everybody that have an NPI that is billing. They went to the National Plan and Provider Emulation System, NPPES. I will put that information in the show note, and it is basically an application. It's an online application. From 2015 to now, the application is newer. It takes 20 minutes, about 20 minutes to actually complete this application. Now, you have to have, I always say, your due diligence in order. Make sure you have your company, your agency, your business, your entity already involved. You also need your EIN number. I'm going to put the link in here as well for your EIN number, because you have to be able to plug that in. Now, once you get your NPI, it doesn't take too long to receive it. It takes about 10 days to receive your NPI number. Now you are in business, baby. Okay? You are in business. It's a good feeling because now you have this. You can get started. You can bill. But you can't bill without clients. But you need this before you get the clients. This is the pieces to the puzzle that I'm talking about. The NPI number is so important. It is critical. It is the most important thing. Just the accuracy for medical billing. You need to have this. It is required by HIPAA regulations. You cannot bypass it. You have to have an NPI number. Once you get that, you will really be able to get started in that field of billing. It doesn't give you out of the blue clients but it do give you the startup that you need in order to be able to build when you do get your clients. The more you do, the more that you will learn when you are building your agency. The NPI number is just a piece of it, and then after that, there's another puzzle and there's another piece, and then that's how you learn, because you're learning these different pieces to the puzzles that you need in the particular field that you are in, if you are indeed building a healthcare agency, because it is definitely a HIPAA requirement, so it has to get done. But anything that you want to do, if you want to open up a group home, you want to open up a clinic, you want to open up a detox center, you are now a provider. I talked to you in my other episodes, going out there and figuring out what it is you want to do and getting these particular grants and getting these contracts. But an NPI is a start. And what's great about it is that when you're out here trying to get these contracts, it will walk you through 1, 2, 3 what it is that you need. Getting an NPI number in the beginning is just important because you're going to need that anyway. So let's just get that out the door, get that out. That's up there with EIN, entity, going to the bank, getting a business account in your business name. That's up there. If you're a healthcare agency, that's right up there. Boom, NPI. That's what you need as well, so you can be able to bill and submit claims, because that's what you want to do. That's why you are getting in the business that you're getting in. I'm not going to go over the application with you, because you're going to always hear me say, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not going to walk you through it. You know how to read, fill it out. Just how I filled it out. I didn't have anybody to walk me through applications. What I did is I had my angel to walk me through what I needed and the support I needed in life when it came to starting these agencies. The support, yes, but to walk you through something such as an application, this is not the platform for you. To give you the knowledge that you need, absolutely. To walk you through what it is and what it's going to look like, absolutely. But to say, start here, go here, complete this, fill this out, this is not a YouTube tutorial. This is real life, real business, and anybody that want to enter the healthcare agency world or want to enter the after school program world, you're right here. This is where you're going to get it. You're going to get it all. You're going to get it real. You're going to get it hard. I encourage you to really do this. It's really identifying who you are as an agency, and it does feel great. But you do need to go to NPPES, and that is, again, I will link that in the show notes, so you can go ahead and start right now. Make sure that you have all your due diligence, everything in order. You need to have those things in order. And again, NPI is right up there with your EIN number and your entity and everything else that you need. But I encourage you to go out there and really get it started and get it done. And when we first started, it was not that easy, but it wasn't really that hard. With our Medicaid services, we did have someone come out and walk us through it. And I remember her. She was really nice. She came to the agency, and first she met me at Starbucks because I ain't had no building. Everybody was meeting me at Starbucks. I know they was like, what? Look, I had no money and no building, all right? And I remember meeting her at Starbucks. And then I said, now in about a month or so, I'm going to have a building. I'm going to contact you so you can really, if you can come out and walk me and my assistant through it. And that's when, and that's what she did. Yo, I'm for real. I can't make this stuff up. I had no building. I was meeting at Starbucks. That was my office. I had no office, no building, no nothing. Medicaid, she came out. We got a lot of information, and then she met us in our office and walked us through everything. You will hear claims and denials and rejections and payments, and it all depends how you're billing. And every billing is different, so it depends if you're a healthcare agency or home healthcare agency, you're probably billing different than the way we billing at a support coordination agency. With me, I have 5 different services. I have 5 different services, but I do bill all the same. New things that are evolving is new different type of billing services that I'm not going to get into just for the sake of this episode, but it's so much. It is a lot. And I just want to make sure that you're covered when it comes to your NPI, that you're covered, that you can really go out there and you can just go in. If this is your field, go do that application right now. Right now, do the application. Click on the link. You just need clients. And I'm not talking about private duty. Private duty is good. Understand my healthcare field is through a government contract. I don't know anything about bedside and nurses aides. I don't know anything about that. Healthcare is so broad. My healthcare, I have the healthcare agency where support coordination, but I also have community-based supports. I will do an episode on that. I also have respite. I will do an episode on that. I also have transportation that I am just starting, so I'm really a baby infancy with that. Haven't really dived into that too much. And I also have behavioral support, so I'm a baby infant with that as well. I do have those different services that I do provide, and out of the 5, I am billing for 3 of them. It is definitely a process, and as I go through this process, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me, because we're gonna learn together. I've been in this field for 7 years. I had my agency for 7 years, had support coordination agency for 7 years, and I also had Enjoy Making a Difference, my after school program, for 7 years as well. I do have a lot of knowledge in this business, but I'm also learning a lot because I keep adding on services. All I can tell you is go out there and get your NPI number and get it now. Get started now so you can start in building the agency that you well deserve. No more excuses. Wake up. Thank you for listening to No More Excuses. Wake up. If you love the show, please subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes or Spotify. To learn more about me and my different agencies and what I do, go to StenellMyersEnterprises.com. While you're there, check out Money Therapy Institute and watch my video where you will see me doing a little acting, showing you how I fought and kicked down closed doors. You can also click on Stenell the Money Therapist and get my free budget spreadsheet. And of course, you can email me at contact@StenellTheMoneyTherapist.com. I'm also on social media on Facebook at Stenell the Money Therapist and Instagram at Stenell the Money Therapist. No more excuses. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Wake up. Hey smart people, I have a 3-month one-on-one personal or business coaching program. As you all know, I paid off $50,000 in debt in 1 year. I will teach you how I stayed out of debt using my burner method and personalized spreadsheet I created to fit my lifestyle and keep me on track. You will learn how to understand your money communication style using my financial treatment plan. Also, if you own a small business and you feel stuck with cash flow or feel disorganized, I teach business owners and self-employed entrepreneurs such as yourself to financially maximize your money, build wealth using your business income, and retire working on the business while your business continues to run, such as myself. You can book a call with me. The link is in the show notes.